Patrick Lencioni, Silos, Politics and Turf Wars, a leadership fable about destroying the barriers that turn colleagues into competitors. Delve into the world of corporate silos, politics, and turf wars in this summary of Patrick Lencioni's insightful book, Silos, Politics and Turf Wars, a leadership fable about destroying the barriers that turn colleagues into competitors. Through the story of Jude Cousins and his journey from Hatch Technology to starting his own consulting firm, the summary highlights the importance of breaking down organizational silos to enhance productivity and cooperation. Discover actionable advice on establishing a unified thematic goal, crafting a rallying cry, and adopting a crisis mindset to get your business on track towards its objectives.
Silos and beyond. Jude Cousins joined Hatch Technology and quickly rose to the position of Director of Corporate Communication. However, things took a turn when Bell Financial Systems acquired Hatch and formed Batch, causing political infighting among departments. Despite pitching a unified marketing campaign, Jude found it hard to get things done as different departments fought for their own agendas. Frustrated and feeling betrayed, Jude left Batch and started Cousins Consulting, a firm with a focus on building close relationships with clients. The key takeaway is that leaders must go beyond addressing behavior to address contextual issues that cause departmental separation and politics. They must establish a common goal that remains the top priority of the entire leadership team. Building a business with personal qualities. Jude Cousins, the founder of a successful consulting firm, leveraged his personal qualities to attract his first customers and establish a good rapport. His firm quickly landed prestigious clients such as the Madison Hotel, JMJ Fitness Machines, Children's Hospital, and Corpus Christi Church. Despite not knowing what they had in common, Jude loved his early months of consulting, studying businesses, talking to clients, and making helpful suggestions. He picked the low-hanging fruit by refocusing marketing campaigns and designing methods for tracking projects. Overall, building a business requires personal qualities to establish a good reputation and attract clients. Breaking down silos. When Jude's successful consultancy ended, he started scrambling for work and found himself tackling the problem of internal divisions, or silos, within organizations. Starting with a 2-hour discussion about priorities, he identified the defining objectives needed to clarify a thematic goal and brought together a fragmented Madison staff. Jude used exercises that asked employees to talk to people from other departments, list their job problems, and role-play what representatives from other departments would say about their problems to break down the walls between departments. Although his session ended on a positive note, he ran into resistance when he suggested changes to the terminology and hierarchical attitudes reflecting the internal divisions in a hotel. Despite the rejection, Jude provided valuable insights into how to solve silos in organizations. Crisis as a catalyst for organizational change. Jude's realization of the power of a crisis helps him solve the silo problem in different companies and organizations. Late one night, Jude's wife, Teresa, went into early labor and had to go through a cesarean section to deliver their premature twins, Emily and Haley. Although everyone came out fine, Teresa and the babies had to stay in the hospital for some time. The experience made Jude realize the power of a crisis and how it can bring people together. He noticed how the emergency room crew worked together as a team to help Teresa, despite coming from different departments and having different training. This inspired him to apply the same concept to his professional problem of dealing with silos in companies. Jude learned from JMJ Fitness's experience that a crisis could unify employees and make them function together as a team, rather than focus on their individual departments. The company had nearly gone bankrupt after an accident involving one of its machines led to bad publicity. However, the employees understood that they had to pull together around a single, clear cause: save the company. They identified the steps they had to take to survive the crisis and saw everything in light of the company's core goal. Jude used this model to address the silo problem at Batch, where their rallying cry was, "Complete the merger and launch the new company." While Jude introduced the crisis model at Children's Hospital and the staff responded enthusiastically, they remained stuck in their departmental cages when identifying crucial actions. He had to ask them to imagine wearing an executive of Children's Hospital hat to think of the good of the whole. They eventually identified patient services as their thematic goal and set several stepping stone goals that would help them achieve that target. Using a red-yellow-green color code to identify goals in progress, paused, or stopped, they agreed to frame all future meetings in terms of their thematic goal. Jude's explanation of the power of crisis thinking helped him make the executives of Madison Hotel listen to his criticism. He helped them define objectives and set thematic goals to solve their common and systemic problems. Overall, Jude's realization of the power of a crisis helps him solve the silo problem in different companies and organizations, emphasizing the importance of unifying around a single, clear cause. Breaking down silos. The lack of cohesion among employees can lead to silos, which block progress and success. These silos arise when individuals prioritize their own interests over teamwork and collaboration. Effective leadership can combat silos by providing a clear, inspiring context that motivates employees to work together. This can be accomplished by establishing a single, thematic goal with a clear deadline that frames all major discussions and decisions within the organization. The goal should be communicated clearly and expressed in active verbs so that employees understand how their individual actions contribute to achieving the milestone together.
Understanding the profound impact of organizational silos on teamwork and productivity is an essential takeaway from this book summary. By establishing a unified thematic goal, executives can bridge departmental gaps and foster collaboration. Remember to frame discussions and decisions around a single rallying cry and develop a sense of shared urgency towards achieving the goal. Moreover, effective communication plays a crucial role in ensuring employees understand their contribution to the organization's holistic vision. Lencioni's principles serve as a blueprint for any organization aiming to create a positive and cohesive atmosphere in a world fraught with silos, politics, and turf wars.